up, our tent over there is staring at us. Hi. You wanna come into our home? Oh, he's gonna come to us.
On the 16th day of our expedition, I found myself surrounded by ice as we landed in mainland Antarctica's Paradise Harbour.
We are now here in Paradise Harbour, and it is one of the only 2 harbors wherein cruise ships are allowed to dock in. But yeah, this place is just so beautiful, and I still cannot believe that I'm finally here in the White Continent. If you guys are wondering, it's not so cold right now, but it's the wind that sometimes makes it even colder. So for today, our activities range from kayaking, doing a polar circle boat tour, walking on the island itself, as well as doing camping tonight. So about the camping activity, it was actually done in a lottery because they can only allow a few people to do it on land. And luckily, I am one of those people who got drawn together with Jonas, so we are going to experience that tonight. I can't wait to share it with you guys, but I bet it will be very cold. But yeah, let's see how it goes.
Welcome to Almirante Brown, and this is a mainland landing. So I hope you are standing on the rocks. Yeah. Very good. So you touched the mainland. So you could walk to the North Pole, South Pole here. The North Pole is a little bit far. We calculated it was around 1,500 kilometers from here. The goal for today is the top of that hill. Beautiful view. It's a zigzag up. Follow the flags, please, and take it easy. There are a lot of other ways to go. There are penguin highways. Do not step on those, please. And there are some other paths from other ships. But we have marked our path. If you don't want to go up, you can also go left. And there's like a boat shed, also from this station. Very beautiful view of the glaciers.
The hike up was fairly easy, but once we reached the top, we were sweating so much that Jonas, the crazy person that he is, decided to do a snow angel without his top. Frankly though, it was really refreshing when I took off my layers as well. Anyhow, the views from up high were beyond amazing, and the name of this harbor definitely fits. It sure looked like paradise. After we took our time admiring the views, we went down to not only mingle with our expedition companions, but to also mingle with the colony of Gentoo penguins that were in the harbor. Here's a bit of trivia for you. These trails on the snow are called as penguin highways. You see, even if it snows, surely it will not stop the penguins from going to the sea from their nest. So they create this intricate network of penguin highways which they carve into the snow with the repeated walking. So yes, they made these trails themselves. For penguins who don't go through the highways, I had a great time seeing them stumble around the snow. They are just too adorable. Before heading back to the ship, we passed by a nearby cliff that houses a group of blue-eyed shags, which is the only Antarctic bird that maintains a nest year-round. Once we were back in Hurtigruten's MS Fram, we attended a mandatory briefing regarding the camping activity that we will be doing in the night, so that we were all informed for the things that we needed to prepare for. After this, we visited Cooverville Island in the afternoon, which holds the largest Gentoo penguin colony.
Please follow the path. Do not go on the highways. I think it has been a while before when a ship has landed here, because we had so much ice here. But now we have the ice is away from the coast, so that's good. But the paths, we had to make them again, so that's why it took some time. You can go up, left or right, or you can go all the way on the top. Beautiful view from the top.
done with all the activities today, and right now we're just chilling in our room waiting for the announcement as to when our camping officially begins. There's also nothing much to prepare for because of course all the gear is taken care of by the team, and then I guess all we have to do is to just pack our extra clothes or whatnot. Now I don't think it will be too cold because they said at most it will reach -2 degrees Celsius, and I don't think it will be too bad, but I hope there won't be any strong winds, because if there is, then it will get a lot worse. Anyhow, all of our gear will provide us with enough warmth, so there's no worry about that. Anyway, it's pretty clear that the weather is really good right now. Today, actually, we were sweating a lot when we did a hike up in the hill because there wasn't much wind, and then the temperature was just at about 5 degrees Celsius, so we didn't really need much layers. It only gets cold if I ride a polar circle boat and go back to the ship, because of course the wind is going on my face and then I start to get cold again. But yeah, other than that, everything was just perfect today. For now, I can't wait to start the camping trip. Besides, it's not every day that you can say that you camped in Antarctica. So yeah.
Once we heard the call for our camping group, we headed down to get our camping gear.
Are you guys ready?
Oh yeah, sun is shining, so yeah.
Nothing to be afraid of.
When we arrived in Danko Island, which was our camping spot, we immediately set off to assemble our tents.
Our tent over there, and right now we're gonna walk around. Yeah, I'm not gonna show my mouth because it's too cold. Frankly, without the wind, it's perfect, but right now it's starting to get windy, so it's starting to get a bit hard. He's gonna come to us. Oh my god. Oh no, he's not. Oh no, he's coming in.
When camping in Antarctica, eating is actually not allowed, except for this IATO-approved snack bar that we were allowed to take with us in case we get the munchies late in the night. By the way, we had dinner before arriving here, so this was basically just a snack. Naturally, leaving any sort of waste is not allowed here either, so if we ever felt like answering to nature's call, the team made this portable toilet which they will bring back to the ship when we leave. Lastly, campfires are also not allowed as per Antarctic Treaty rules. So no, we didn't warm up by the fire and drink hot cups of chocolate. It was only us, the penguins, and the cold.
Hi.
I actually thought I would have a hard time sleeping because of how cold it was, but the sleeping bags that Hurtigruten provided us with were so warm that once I settled in it, I just blacked out and slept soundly. By 5 a.m., we started to disassemble our tents and make our way back to the ship. Obviously, the experience was short, but it was a memorable experience still. After all, it's not like a lot of people in the world will get the chance to do this unique activity. The next day, we did our last landing in Antarctica, which is in Port Lockroy, to visit the Penguin Post Office, the world's most southern post office.
Welcome to Port Lockroy. We have 4 ladies living here, and they are usually here for 4 months. The base leader is usually somebody who has been already and then comes back the next year. So please stay on the path between the cones and the canes. There are quite some people nesting quite close to the path. Please do not go closer than close because they are on X right now.
Inside, other than visiting the exhibits that they had, I wrote my name in their guest book, as well as bought some stamps so that I can send postcards to myself, my family, my friends, and my readers. When we were back in the ship, we attempted to sail in the scenic Lemaire Channel, but though the weather was good, we didn't get too far because of too much ice. Nevertheless, we all enjoyed the superb scenery as we all settled in the outer decks. Later in the night, we had the farewell program with the expedition team and staff of Hurtigruten, and it was a bittersweet thing. As our expedition slowly drew to a close, we started to make our way back to Argentina, and by doing so, we passed by the Drake Passage, which is said to be the world's roughest seas given that it is where the Atlantic, Pacific, and Southern Seas converge. However, one's experience here can either be called Drake Lake or Drake Shake, and our ship's crossing was somewhere in the middle. It was swaying more than usual, but it was manageable. A part of me wanted to experience the Drake Shake, just for the heck of it, but I guess I shouldn't be wishing for that. When we finally arrived back in Ushuaia, we spent some time driving around to see some more of its terrain before finally boarding our plane back to Buenos Aires. To mark the last day of our whole expedition with Hurtigruten, we went to watch an amazing and intense tango show. Fast forward to this day, I look back at all the days of this sailing expedition and I am absolutely sure that it is the best adventure that I have ever done in my entire life. Besides, it involved a lot of firsts and discoveries as well as a ton of important learnings about our environment. And of course, my time with Hurtigruten has been incredible and I honestly couldn't have asked for a better expedition company to go with. Now I could go on and gush about how perfect this trip was, but I guess you can click the link above instead in order to read in detail about my Antarctica journey. Overall, I hope you enjoyed following me to the coldest and southernmost continent in the world. And if you ask me, all I hope now is that someday you will get to experience this too. Thanks again for watching and I hope you liked this series. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!